Holy crap, look over there!
Is it a bird? Or a plane? Or maybe it's
Not
just...
a lame joke waiting to kill the buzz I'm flying high on right now?
Ouch. I'd show you my bee face, but I'm too excited about that. This edition of Pop News for batteries also included. What should we start with first today?
Making decisions.
Like, should I take your mom out tonight, or just have a nice dine-in moment with her?
You just have the classiest things oozing out of your mouth.
Sir, I have ooze coming out of every orifice.
And you get to introduce the first thing while I try not to puke on everything.
First, yes, claimed it! Speaking of decision making, I've got just the video game for you. Dragon Age 3. Inquisition. I know it's just recently been announced, so you're probably thinking to yourself, what could we possibly know about this?
No, I was thinking what my cat does at home when nobody's around the house to stop him. I would assume he watches 90s figure skating competitions and cries at his own inadequacy. Now that you mention it, this could be interesting as well.
I'd say I was worried about you, but I know your cat. Well, let's make these people aware of the recent rumors that are circling the net. Rumor has it there will be at least one visit to the city of Orleans, which is their version of France. And seeing that another circling rumor is that we can now change the clothing of our companions, I'd say it's a safe bet that a lot of our virtual monies will be lost in the city of love.
Make everything sound so... what's the word I'm looking for?
Fun? Exciting? Full of interest?
Effeminate. That's the word.
Oh, how about this then? There will be a multiplayer component to this game that will allow for an all-out beatdown of anyone who wants to claim your throne.
Now that I can get behind.
Just like...
Don't say it. List anyone? Anybody in the mood for a list? They were all the rage on VH1 in its glory days. I mean, who doesn't love a list, right?
I love a list.
I know you do, buddy. And everyone should like the one compiled by IGN. They've gotten together the top 100 RPGs of all time, and exclusive to a certain gaming genre that involves actual video quality.
So you're saying they've gotten a list of RPGs together and they left out D&D?
Well, not completely.
Well, no. They've lost a lot of my love right now, and I feel there's nothing they could possibly do to win it back.
They did put Super Mario RPG on said list.
Every time I think I frag out, they respawn me back in.
Did you just poke the guilt?
I'm totally Fox right now.
Nowhere near, my friend.
I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment. The next piece of news is both sad and respectful at the same time. It also makes me appreciate how in tune and willing to give some of the gaming industries can be out there. Gearbox is adding an NPC to the mix in their recent sequel to Borderlands, which comes out today. Originally when Michael Jean Mamero passed, a bunch of friends got together and asked Gearbox if they could have one of their characters read the eulogy. They decided to go above and beyond. They have implanted an image of Mamero directly into the game. Now at least he can live on in spirit through the kindness of the video game community. I'm sure the family was surprised to hear about the addition as well.
That's real sweet. But before you leave today thinking every game industry smells like roses, you should probably check the next piece out. Anybody remember Zynga and all the trouble they got in?
I do.
Well, to refresh, they were sued for taking key members from the workers at EA and getting them to release detailed information about games that EA was working on, specifically the social sims on Facebook. They then came out with The Ville, an eerily similar representation of boring reality. Well, they decided not to take it on the chin. Recent word is this love-hate relationship is that Zynga is countersuing, stating that EA's claims are baseless, and that they aren't allowing their employees the right to decide which company they want to work for. Still, the evidence does speak for itself.
I don't know. I think they have a lot of originality, from their creative team. The one that puts in all the work to put out non-duplicated entertainment.
I think they get it.
Get what? I'm exercising my fingers.
Really? I don't think people at home are going to buy the whole thing that you were just getting your fingers loose. I mean, what possible reason would you have for doing that unless you were insinuating that Zynga employees are nothing more than copycats?
You know what, Austin? I'm glad you asked. Diablo 3 is coming out with a patch!
Woo! Because it's got a fracture that players have been asking for it to fix forever, and up till now, they've been neglected.
What? No. They're gonna bring the pain up in this hizzy.
Please don't do that. You're embarrassing yourself, and more importantly, me.
Lame. You really gotta start drinking more. You'll do far more to embarrass yourself. And then this will be just like a cakewalk, a walk in the park. It won't even faze you. It won't faze you quite as much as Monster Power will, which, by the way, is the new patch. You see, I did a segue there.
I'm so proud of you. You should do segues more often.
I'm trying in the future. Blizzard has put together a new patch that allows the players to adjust the difficulty to what they think they are capable to handle. So instead of doing a hardcore grind, you could set up a stronger flow of enemies, which, by the way, drop way better loot. And if that isn't enough to draw your attention back into the game, they have a collect the item thing going on as well. Yes, I looked it up on Wikipedia. That's totally the term. Anyway, you can collect all the pieces to the Inferno machine, and it allows you to find any and all hidden bosses throughout all the dungeons. This should spice up all those repetitious enemies you've been slaughtering for the last few months. Also, it has a special legendary item that you can only get from this patch, so it's important that you play again. And then quickly burn yourself back out, and find other games to snag your interest. That's all I got. You got anything else to add?
My cat just tweeted his shame at not having opposable thumbs to hang himself with. I think I need to find him some help.
Maybe get him some uppers. Anyway, that's all from us at Batteries Also Included.
Follow us on Twitter at batteries also.
Two
not
batteries.
It's batteries, trust me. And our personal accounts at rooftop_climate.
And mine's at David Barentine. And there's that little thing of a Facebook page that feels a little lonely right now. Could use a few more likes, maybe?
Just like my cat.
Really?
What? He's popular.